Cougar Camp All-Access in 2014 on BYU Sports Nation. We're with BYU quarterback Taysom Hill. Taysom, you've now had a few days to get things back and rolling. Earlier, Robert and I said that he is really pleased with the direction that things are going, especially with you. He pointed out you and Christian and saying that the ball is ripping and it is sharp. When you hear your offensive coordinator say that, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, it feels good. You know, going into fall camp and even last year, I always knew I had the trust and respect of Coach and I, and it's a big thing as a quarterback to know that you have the trust of your signal caller. So we've had a lot of conversations this offseason, you know, from last year into the offseason into fall camp. So we're on the same page. We know what to expect and what we're working towards.
Is there a specific plan to try and throw the ball deep in practice more often?
I wouldn't say that there's like a plan, or you know, that I've met with Coach and I and he's like, okay, this is what we're trying to do, this many plays or whatever. But we have designed plays where that's what we're trying to do. But again, as a quarterback, we got to stick to our reads and our keys. So if the defense allows us to stretch the field that way, then that's what we'll do. And our schemes are really good, so we've been able to do that.
This has been an off season of a lot of work, and you can tell with your footwork and the confidence that you carry out there. How has the summer been for you in preparing and growing, and what kind of a difference have you noticed from last year to this year now?
Yeah, it's been good. It's definitely been different. Last year I spent so much time rehabbing my knee, and I wasn't able to really focus on things that I really wanted to improve on and do that. So this offseason was directed 100% of that. So I was able to work on little technique things. I was able to grab my receivers and say, hey, we're going to run 3 routes today, and we're going to perfect those 3 routes. And that's what we did throughout the summer. So it was fun. It was structured differently with NCAA now mandating, you know, the spring term if you're in school. And so that kind of took away from some of our senior leadership, you know, because there was a structure there. But the summer we were able to do that, and that's the best part of the season, you know, is when you can get with your guys and basically you guys get to run it. So we had a great offseason.
What's your confidence level relative to the brand new receivers that you bring in?
It's great. I think our coaching staff has done an extremely good job, and I think a lot of it goes to the guys that came in. You know, you look at Jordan, Leslie, Keanu, those guys have 1 year and then they're done, and so they came in here, they learned the offense, they learned the system. We were constantly in the meeting room, and I was drawing up plays, kind of telling them what I expected. And they've done a great job, and so it's translated. You know, Jordan and Keanu are both working in the one rotation right now.
We've talked to some of the receivers, and they feel like they're fast enough that it would be hard for you to overthrow them. Can you overthrow them with your arm?
Well, if I threw it really early, I could. But if I took a 3-step drop and let it go, it's tough. We got some receivers, and now it's transitioning to, you know, getting the ball out earlier and doing that stuff. But you know, if I took a 3-step drop, I could probably pretty much put everything I had on it, and they could go get it.
Who's the fastest on the team? We've asked that before, but now that you've kind of been out there in a few days of practice, who's the fastest guy?
Honestly, I don't know.
Top 3.
Top 3. I think Devon is pretty fast. I think Robertson Daniel's pretty fast. Outside of that, maybe Jamal and Mitch and I maybe around in there.
That's 5, but that's all right.
Hey, I'm just ballparking it, right?
Ross Oppo the other day mentioned that Bronco Mendenhall said he'd like to run 25 more plays per game. Is that per game?
I don't know if he's talking like offensively and defensively to 25 accumulating, but I don't know.
Is there a set increased goal there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I don't know. So basically we want to keep the ball in our hands a long time, but we know the hurry up, we're going to get a lot of plays. So we'll just do what we can, you know. We'll just see what happens. I haven't been aware of any goal along those lines.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
That just seems like lunacy.
Yeah. 5 more, maybe.
Well, hopefully we're in a position in the fourth quarter, you know, we can run 4-minute offense or something where we're huddling up, you know, and then we don't have to run 25 more plays.
There you go. Exactly.
Is the knee brace going to be part of Taysom Hill's game all year long?
Yeah, I think so. I was kind of joking around with Coach Mendenhall after practice today, and I brought it up. But I think I mentioned this before. I looked at my knee brace after the season last year, and it was so beat up. And you know, I just feel like without my knee brace, that's beatings going straight to my knees. So you know, we're a lot better as a team if I'm playing 13 games rather than 6, and it's just not worth it.
Well, it's a symbol of how you dominated Texas, and that's how Texas looks at it, is the kid with the knee brace.
Did you use the same knee brace all season, or did you switch it?
First game, I wore a different brand, and then week 2, I changed, and I wore that one the rest of the season.
Was it lighter? Did it make a difference?
I felt it fit my leg a little bit better. I don't know the discrepancy between weight and all that stuff, but I felt like it fit me better.
A lot's changed in your life. You're a married player now. How has that changed your approach to this season, and has it helped you get ready even more?
Yeah, it's been unique. You know, this offseason, you know, it's been, you know, a great time in my life, and it's been extremely fun. But now starting camp, you know, last year I was worried about myself and the team and everything else, and being married, you're accountable for somebody else at that time, and so you know, when we said our goodbyes, you know, to go to fall camp, it's like she was really sad, but it's been good. She's a great supporting cast, and you know, there's a lot of things that happens on the field outside of, you know, football here in the community, all that stuff, and so it's a great resource to have when I can go home and have a great asset there. So it's been a positive on every facet.
How much better is Nick Kurtz?
It's not even close. You know, we talked about that the other day. Just looking at him from spring to where he is now, he's an entirely different player. He's so confident. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows all of his routes, and he's playing really well.
You're taking an increased role as a leader in the locker room now as a junior quarterback. Do you kind of feel like, okay, I'm the guy, this is my team, and they're all looking to me as the guy to lead them?
You know, part of that, I just, you know, being the quarterback, guys often look to you, and coaches will kind of look to you to get things organized and get things in order. And I feel like throughout the summer, that's kind of how it was. You know, we organized. I put a lot of time into organizing workouts and stuff like that, and I'm aware of it, and I do my best to make sure I'm working as hard as I possibly can, so I can help out everybody else. But it comes with, you know, guys got to respect you, and you got to make plays, and as you do that, you know, they start to trust and follow.
Okay, thanks, Taysom.
Thanks, guys.